Hello and welcome. My name is Deirdre Kelly and this is my colleague Catriona Donohoe. Today we want to talk about something that is both simple and powerful in the space of school wellbeing, using storytelling and reflective narrative approaches, particularly through a project called Psytales, and how these ideas can be meaningfully incorporated into school life. Psytales is a collaborative European project bringing together 6 organisations across 5 countries: the College of Surgeons Ireland, SCS in Belgium, Les Apremor in France, the regional directorate in Macedonia in Greece, IPPN, and the Canus Education Intervention Centre in Lithuania. Each partner brings deep expertise in education and wellbeing, ensuring that the project is grounded in both strong research and practical classroom application. We were pleased to have joined the project and welcomed the opportunity to now share the programme more widely, helping to bring its ideas and resources into practice within your own professional contexts. Psytales is a project dedicated to writing 33 tales for young people aged 9 to 12. It is inspired by positive psychology, the science of well-being that focuses on helping people to flourish, not just reduce mental illness, and lifestyle medicine, which is concerned with preventing lifestyle-related diseases such as diabetes and cardiovascular disease. The motivation for the project comes from a really real and growing concern. Across society, increasing pressures are placing significant stress on our young learners. Research shows high levels of mental health difficulties among children and teenagers, with adolescents often reporting higher stress levels than adults. There is an urgent need for effective preventative approaches to wellbeing and education. The primary goal of Psytales is to equip our pupils with tools to support their health and wellbeing during a critical stage of development, the transition from primary to secondary school. It aims to build psychological resilience, help children manage stress more effectively, and support them in navigating the challenges of adolescence and school change. In doing so, it also seeks to reduce school dropout rates and help prevent anxiety and depression, laying the foundation for more confident, capable, and fulfilling lives. Sightales also supports educators by developing materials and methodologies that help us as teachers to understand the current mental health landscape and help us to provide practical tools to strengthen pupils' well-being and self-regulation skills. Drawing on the European Healthier Together initiative and grounded in both positive psychology and lifestyle medicine, the project builds through personal, social, and learning to learn skills.
It also helps pupils to feel more confident, more capable, more responsible, and more supported in their educational journey. As we have previously highlighted, we were pleased to have joined the project and welcomed the opportunity to now share the programme more widely, helping to bring its ideas and resources into practice within their own professional contexts. At its heart, Psytales is about storytelling. Storytelling lies at the centre of Psytales, and stories make abstract well-being concepts more accessible, allowing students to understand emotional challenges through relatable characters and situations. This approach draws on positive psychology and lifestyle medicine principles, incorporating strategies for emotional regulation, mindfulness, and resilience building. What this means in practice is that the stories become a bridge, helping children move from experience to understanding and from understanding to action. Though narrative, they learn not only to recognize emotions, but also to respond to them in healthier ways. By using relatable stories, the project helps students develop emotional literacy and resilience, enabling them to better manage stress, setbacks, and interpersonal conflict. It gives them psychological tools that are not abstract but lived and practiced through story. The CITES project has also been carefully evaluated through real-world implementation across a range of European classrooms, including Ireland, Belgium, France, Greece, and Lithuania. And a key output from this work is a white paper that brings together the main insights from this experimentation phase. The white paper combines both qualitative and quantitative evidence from partner countries alongside examples of best practice outlined in classrooms. Its aim is to show what works in practice, under what conditions, and for which learners. A key focus of the work is the identification of best practices, pedagogical approaches that proved effective in real classroom settings. These include individual reading, followed by class discussion, stress management activities, story circles designed to foster empathy, and blended approaches that combine storytelling with games, dialogue, and creative expression.
So, Psytales. Firstly, it provides coping skills for our students. The stories reflect real life situations and encourage our children to develop positive coping strategies such as emotional regulation, problem solving, and most importantly, seeking support when needed. Secondly, Psytales supports educators with practical resources, including a pedagogical booklet and an online course focused on using and creating Psytales style stories in various educational settings. Thirdly, it enhances emotional literacy and resilience, helping children to recognise and name their emotions while also developing empathy, self awareness, and perspective taking. And finally, it also equips parents and caregivers, giving them shared language and approaches that can be reinforced at home, strengthening the connection between school and family well-being. In practical terms, Psytales can be brought into schools in very accessible ways. Really importantly, Psytales is not about adding more to an already busy school day. It is about enriching what already exists, bringing story, reflection, and language into everyday interactions. So perhaps the question we can leave ourselves with is this: where in our schools can we make more room for story? If we can do that, even in small ways, well-being becomes less of an initiative and more of a lived culture. Please visit www.scitales.eu or ippn.ie for further information, or contact me on Deirdre.Kelly at ippn.ie should you want to know more about Psytales. On behalf of myself and Catriona, thank you so much for listening.
Thank you.